It's that beautiful bald-headed black mother sucker you know you love once again up in this batch. Yo, I just wanted to take a quick minute to talk about something that is real important to me, near and dear to my heart, and really hits home for me as an individual, simply because I've gone through it myself personally as well as numerous other people that I know. Um, but just over the last 6 months or so, since I've been going through these new medical things, it's really struck a chord with me, and figured that I'd put my little commentary on for the topic for the day or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So, there's this used to be this little comic they used to run around on Facebook and all that, of this funeral of this gentleman who passed away of a heart attack, and it's his wife, and I think it's like his girlfriend, or I mean, pause, his sister or somebody like that. Uh, Maybe one other individual, maybe it's just a reverend at his funeral, and she makes the comment of, he had like 3 or 4, 5,000 friends on Facebook. I figured there'd be more people in attendance to his funeral, but it's just the three of them, and I always thought it was interesting, and I always kind of got the joke or the point behind it because 99% of the people that claim to be your peoples are just acquaintances or they fake as fuck, right? But it never really struck a chord with me because I usually kind of function with most of my peoples and stuff like that till this last year or so when my circle went down from like 8,000 to 20, and I still haven't heard from most of those people because they were just acquaintances or nobody really, or I should say I wasn't anybody to them because they were important to me, but you know how that goes. So, yeah, so I bring that all up to the point because this year I've been dealing with these seizures that just manifested out of freaking nowhere in my 40s, right? Just suddenly, I'm dealing with these seizures. I couldn't go see my kid, for his birthday. I couldn't go see my other son. I could just couldn't do things. I can't go and try. Can't. A lot of stuff being put on hold, put on pause, put on delay, due to these medical whatever malfunctions that are going on upstairs. And I'm actually alive, thank God for that. I'm not, deceased. But the gist of that whole comic has become real true to me in this real life because um, in the midst of these things, not only has my world and my circle gotten really, really small, but I almost can count on one hand the number of times that people have inquired or checked in on me since these have started to occur, and my ability to get around and meet people has become greatly diminished. Um, they ain't checking for me. They ain't checking on me. They ain't looking to see if I'm good. They're not um, checking up. They're not popping in. They're not going the extra mile or any of that stuff to kind of check and see if I'm good. And interestingly enough, I was thinking about that. That handful that would be there if I had passed on, and it has kind of really not really changed my perspective because I was already kind of on this, you know, getting super focused on the people that were equally important to me as I am to them. But it just really made it more clear that I recommend. I mean, I don't, but I kind of, in a way, wish you all kind of went through something where it was real critical in life that filtered away a lot of the chaff, a lot of the fake, so that you could get down to that real. And it also, when you get into those moments where you get close to like dealing with your own mortality, you kind of get tired of dealing with you quit compromising and making excuses, right? And what you tolerate kind of becomes intolerable a little bit because you're like, hey man, tomorrow's not promised, right? And so the people that are just pushing you on the back burner, pushing you off to the side, kind of get to you later, kind of those cats, they have no urgency about the relationship that they have with you. Move on, bro. You got to, because life is precious, time is precious. And while they may feel that you are important to them, they don't show it by their actions. You don't have time to sit around and wonder. And if they're just going to talk, everybody just sits and talks, man. I mean, we can do that all day, every day. TV does that. It's the action, it's the showing up, it's the being there, that really matters. And I don't want you to show up when I'm dead, because I ain't going to be able to recognize and acknowledge you at that point. You feel me? But continue to do you, because I'm going to start doing me, and I'm not worried about what the rest of y'all are doing anymore, because I can't. Unfortunately, it has been quite evident that even in the midst of my own mortality, face with mortality, it's hard for you to make a phone call, drive across town, you know, any of that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying you have to. It's not you're not obligated at all by any means. No, I mean, but whether or not you've done that in the midst of my turmoil or my hard times shows me where I fit, and therefore I need to work accordingly, right? So, um, that's kind of where I'm at right now. So shout out to the 3, 4, 5 of you. You know, big love to y'all. The rest of you,